What is the Strait of Hormuz? Imagine a narrow ocean highway that's super important for the world. The Strait of Hormuz is a skinny waterway, only about 21 miles wide at its narrowest point, that connects the Persian Gulf to the open ocean. Every day, roughly 20% of the world's oil, and a big chunk of natural gas, LNG, passes through it on giant tankers. That's oil from Saudi Arabia, UAE, Iraq, Kuwait, and even some from Iran itself. When it flows normally, it keeps gas prices, electricity, and manufacturing running smoothly worldwide. What's happening right now? Reports from US intelligence, shared by CNN, CBS, and others, say Iran has started putting naval mines in parts of the strait. So far, it's not a huge number, just a few dozen mines dropped in the last few days, mostly by small, fast boats from Iran's Revolutionary Guard, IRGC, that can carry 2 to 3 mines each. Iran still has thousands of mines in stock, estimates range from 3,000 to 8,000, and most of its small boats are intact, even after recent US strikes. They could lay hundreds more very quickly if they decide to. Why are mines such a big problem? Mines are cheap, easy to hide, and hard to find, remove. Even a handful makes ship captains and insurance companies terrified. No one wants to risk a tanker blowing up. Unlike warships blocking the way, which the US Navy can push aside, mines turn the strait into a deadly lottery. Shipping basically stops because no company will let its ships go through. Clearing mines takes specialized ships, helicopters, divers, and lots of time, weeks or months in a war zone. During that time, oil supplies get choked, and prices can spike hard. This is different from earlier threats, like drones or missiles, because mining is much harder to reverse quickly. How has the US responded? President Trump posted a strong warning on Truth Social: remove any mines immediately, or face military action at a level never seen before. He said the US would deal with mine-laying attempts quickly and violently. The US military, CENTCOM, already struck and destroyed 10 to 16 Iranian mine-laying boats or vessels, some reports say inactive ones preemptively hit. They've also hit storage sites for mines. The goal seems to be stopping Iran from laying more before it becomes a full minefield. Trump and officials have talked about escorting tankers with Navy ships or even offering government-backed insurance to get oil moving again, but right now, very few commercial ships are trying to cross. Where does this stand today? The strait is already heavily disrupted. Traffic dropped massively since late February, from 100 ships a day to almost none some days. Mining makes it worse. Even if fighting stops, the hazard lingers. Oil prices jumped sharply on the news. Some reports said plus 13% in an hour at one point. Some analysts think Iran might be doing this out of desperation. Their navy has taken big losses, but others warn it's risky for Iran too. It blocks their own oil exports. In short, this is a high-stakes game of chicken over the world's most important oil route. A small number of mines has already scared shipping away. If more get laid, or if clearing turns into a long fight, energy prices and global supply chains could feel real pain fast. The US is hitting back hard to prevent that, but the situation remains very tense. You cannot bomb away a nuclear ambition. You can only destroy the infrastructure temporarily. The knowledge stays. The relationships stay. The North Korea option stays. The only way to permanently end the nuclear threat, according to Bolton's worldview, is to end the regime that wants it. Bolton told NPR that military force could cause the regime to fragment at the top by destroying the instruments of state power in Iran. He pointed to the 12-day war waged primarily by Israel last year, saying it destabilized the regime. The reaction of the Iranian people was telling. Their conclusion was that if the regime couldn't even protect its crown jewels, the nuclear and ballistic missile programs, it couldn't protect itself. And if it can't protect itself, its days are numbered. That is the strategic logic. Destroy enough. Fast enough. Publicly enough. And the regime collapses from within before it can execute the 72-hour option. But here's the problem. Iran's missile capabilities appear to be weakening under continued military pressure. Experts say the country may soon face a shortage of missile launchers. According to estimates cited by Israeli sources, Iran may now have only around 150 missile launchers remaining. If the current rate of attacks continues, Iran could lose the ability to launch ballistic missiles from mobile launchers by the end of the week. So Iran is losing conventional capability fast. Which makes the North Korea option not just attractive, it makes it potentially the only remaining card that changes the strategic equation entirely. A regime that cannot win conventionally, facing potential collapse, with access to a nuclear weapon via a 72-hour wire transfer. That is the scenario Bolton is warning about. That is the scenario intelligence agencies are watching for right now. If verified, introducing North Korean nuclear warheads to the Middle East could fundamentally alter the regional strategic balance and potentially spark a global nuclear crisis. Not a regional conflict. Not a Middle East war. A global nuclear crisis. And this is where we have to separate what Bolton said from what Bolton represents. Bolton is a hawk. He has been a hawk his entire career. He is the man who helped blow up the Trump-Kim nuclear negotiations. He is the man who has advocated for regime change in Iran for 30 years. When Bolton raises the 72-hour alarm, he is also making the case for escalation. For staying the course. For finishing what Operation Epic Fury started. But that doesn't make the warning wrong. Because the North Korea-Iran relationship is real. The nuclear technology transfers are documented. The ballistic missile cooperation is confirmed. And the logic of a desperate regime reaching for the one option that guarantees its survival, that logic is not difficult to follow. The question is not whether Iran and North Korea have the relationship. They do. The question is whether North Korea would actually transfer a functional nuclear weapon, knowing that doing so would make it a direct participant in a war with the United States and Israel. Knowing that the transfer itself, if intercepted, could trigger consequences Pyongyang cannot survive. North Korea wants leverage. Nuclear weapons are leverage. Selling one to Iran, even secretly, risks that leverage the moment it is used. Or the moment it is discovered. Kim Jong-un is ruthless. He is also a survivor. Whether he would take the risk is the question nobody can answer with certainty from the outside. But here is what we know for certain. The warning has been made. By someone with the clearance to understand what he is warning about. The intelligence community is watching. The clock that Bolton described, 72 hours from wire transfer to delivery, is a clock that could start at any moment. On any given day. In the middle of any given night. And the war that everyone thought was about missiles and nuclear centrifuges may also be a race against a phone call to Pyongyang that has not been made yet. Or one that already has.